Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy. In today's video, we are going to practice the color. Alright, now get your 田字格 ready and the pens ready. The very first word we are going to learn today is 白. Start from the top to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 白. Very good. This character looks a little bit similar to the character 日. And the 日 is like this, right? The 日, which means the sun. But the 白 have one extra on the top. Usually the 日 it's thinner and the white is thicker, like it's wider and slimmer. You might wondering, is there any connection between the 白 and the 日? To be honest, I don't think so. I'll show you a picture of the evolution of the character 白. So technically, it's evolved from the candlelight. It doesn't have much to do with the sun, but to remember the sun first and then one more stroke on top to remember the white, it's a pretty easy way to remember this word. So the character 日 might be helpful for you to remember the 白. Alright, now let's try to write the 白 one more time. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next words, the color 色. Alright, so we write from the top to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As for the character 色, to be honest, I don't have a very good story to tell, not even a made-up story. But I do have something that I would like to emphasize and you need to pay attention to is the top part of it. This one, this is a very sharp corner, right? This is a very sharp one. You goes 1 and then 2. It's very sharp. And the second thing is the last stroke, it goes vertical and then a turning and then horizontal. It's like a big slow turn and finally a hook. Okay, so let me finish this. Okay, so the last stroke you go vertical, big turn like this. Next word we are going to learn, hey, black. It's a top bottom structure. We goes 1, 2 and then 3, 4, 5 and then 6, 7, 8. There are just 4 dots. We goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Story time. The story about the character hey. Just imagine this is a piece of wood, like wood. This is wood, and when you burn it, okay, this is fire. When you burn it, it will have some black smoke, right? Black smoke. All right, so picture this. This is like this part, and the fire is the bottom part, right? The top part, the bottom part, right? Yeah, my drawing's bad. I try to find a good picture. Alright, now let's try to write the black hey one more time. So start from the top. 1, 2, and then write this thing inside. And then close up, and then go vertical, and then 1, 2. Okay, so that's the top part. Now the bottom part is pretty easy. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots. Very good. Move on to the next one. Hong, red. It's a left-right structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so on the left part, this part, this is the silk radical. This is the silk radical, and we have a complete hanzi for the silk, which look like this, and it means silk. And the pinyin is si. It's evolved from the picture of the silk thread. So here is a picture of the evolution of the hanzi, si. Okay, back to the hong. So on the left part, it's the silk radical. And on the right part, it's this one. This is gong. So gong itself, it means work. But here in the words hong, it's a sound radical. Sound radical. It brings the sound ong to hong, right? Because the hong, second tone. So it brings the ong sound to the hong. So it's a sound radical. The color red is the lucky color in Chinese culture. We use a lot of red in the wedding and in the Chinese New Year. Alright, so now let's try to write the hong one more time. So we goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Just imagine this is some sort of silk thread, right? And it kind of like this. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. 4, 5, 6. Speaking of the silk radical, I want to talk a little bit more about it. The silk radical has a big connection with the color words. Wait, how come? Okay, so now we need to go back 2,000 years ago and discover how people made up words for color. The original color of the silk is usually white or beige. In ancient China, silk are dyed into different colors so they can be used to make beautiful clothes. So the color played a very important role in the silky clothes industry. Yeah, silky clothes. So how about the cotton clothes or linen clothes? Well, in ancient China, only rich people can wear silk because the silky products were very expensive in ancient China and only rich people can afford them. And the color dyeing technique is something that's really difficult and also very expensive in ancient China, so only rich people can afford very colorful clothes. So as for The cotton clothes and linen clothes, they're fairly cheap and they're for average people. So simply put that, in general, in ancient China, the rich people can wear colorful, silky clothes. And the average people, they wear a very basic color like white, black, brown, gray. And they usually wear cotton clothes and linen clothes. So that's why somehow the silky things has a big connection with the color. So that's why, come back to this, the silk radical have big connection with the color words. Hong is one of the color words has the silk radical. And now I'm going to show you the other color words that also have the silk radical, which is lü, green. So on the left is the silk radical, right? And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the last 4, you go separately. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very much look like the water, 水. The 水, water, it look like 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only a very little difference between this part and the 水. As for this one, this part, you goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, there is 5 stroke. As for the 水, you goes 1, 2. So this is the different part. 3, 4. There's only 4 strokes. Okay, so the only difference is this one, it goes 1 and 2. And this one, it goes 1 stroke. Now let's try to write the lü again. Here we go 1, 2, 3. Very good. Move on to the next color, 紫, purple. So in the middle, this is like the silk radical we just talked about, but it's not exactly the same one. The one just now is like we have 1, 2, and then a stroke like this. But as for the 紫, you see, ooh, we have one here. It's like 1, 2, like this. So anyway, so let's try to write the 紫. It's a top, bottom structure. Okay. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's quite complicated. This is the top, bottom, and then as for the bottom, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's see. On the top part is this. This is the sound radical. Sound radical. This is 子. So it brings the sound to the 子. 子. And as for the bottom part, if it make it easier for you to remember, you can think in this way. So we have a things pretty much close to the silk radical that we just talked about. And then we have a word like small, 小. Remember, the word for small is 小, right? Like this. We just mentioned about it a few video ago, right? So if it's just make it easier for you to remember, you just need to memorize the top part and then the something that like the silk radical and then 小. Okay, so let's try to write the 子 one more time. Okay, let's write it here. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the top left. And this is top right. And then the bottom. Very good. Move on to the next color. 蓝, blue. So it has the top, middle, bottom structure. Okay, so let's start from the top. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, now let's take a look on the top part. This one. This is the grass radical. I think this is already our old friend. We've seen it before in other hanzi. Okay. In ancient China, people got the blue color from the plant. So somehow the blue 蓝 has the grass radical, right? So let's try to write it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like these three, they are together. And then very good. Move on to the next color, 黄, yellow. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the top. And then let's continue. And then, okay. Here is a picture of the evolution of the hanzi, 黄. The very first version of the hanzi we called 甲骨文 is the oracle version of hanzi. I've read some article about the oracle version of Huang, and in conclusion, it seems like these have something to do with people, which is 人, and it has people, and it has something to do with the land, the field, right? This is people, and this is field. So in conclusion, the words 黄 have something to do with people and the field. I know there's many different color of the dirt in this planet. For example, like black dirt, like the red dirt, and of course there's the yellow dirt. So I guess the one who made the word Huang, they live on the yellow ground. All right, so now let's try to write the Huang one more time. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The pinyin of it is Huang. This is the Mandarin pinyin. And as for the Cantonese pinyin, it's Wong. So you might notice there's a lot of Chinese people has the family name as Wong or Huang. So it's very big chance they have the character Huang as their family name. Huang is a very big and popular family name in Chinese culture. Move on to the next hanzi. Jin, the gold color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Made up story time to make you easier to remember. So first of all, let's take a look at the top part. The top look like this. So this is people, right? It's our old friend. We know that this is people. And as for the bottom part, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the king, right? This is the character, the king. And then we just need 2 more dots. Yes. Just imagine this is something that the kings will wear. This is the accessories. Like the king will wear the accessories on the waistline. So these things, they could be stones, crystals, jade, or gold. Just to clarify, this is just my made-up story to help you to remember the character Jing, but it's not the origin history, all right? So we got the 人, people, and then we got the king. Okay, let's put it here. So we got the king, and we just need 2 more dots. Just imagine this is some sort of accessories. Okay, so we just put 3 part of them together. All right. So now let's try to write the Jing one more time. From the top, and then to the bottom. Very good. Move on to the next character, Hui, the gray color. So this is a half surround structure, right? This is the outside part, and here is the inside part. All right, so now let's try to write it. We go 1, 2. So we finished the top part. So, and the top part happens to be the outside part of it, right? And then move on to the bottom part, which happens to be the inside part of it. 1. Very good. So you might notice the outside part, this one, it kind of look like the people radical, right? People radical, it looks like 1, 2. And the people radical is always on the left side. It will never cross the middle line, okay? But this part, it crossed the middle line. So they are different. And as for the inside part of it, okay, so this is the fire radical. This is the people radical, but this one is not the people radical, all right? And the character Hui is combining this part and this part. So I'm gonna write the Hui again over here. So we have the Hui. Now let's talk a little bit more about the character Hui. Okay, use your imagination and imagine this is the fire. Okay, this is the ground. ground, and this is the fire. So the fire is burning something like wood, just whatever it is, it's burning, all right? But after the fire die, there will be some ashes. So the fire die, and there will be some ashes. Originally, the 灰 refers to the ashes after burning. So what's the color of the ashes? Oh, it's gray, right? This is the fire, and this part is the ash. The character 灰 refers to the ashes. Also, it could refers to the color gray. The 灰 is combining this part and this part. Is it possible that the people radical combine with the fire radical? Yeah, it's possible. So let's try to write it here. So we have the people radical, and let's put the fire on the right part. Very good. So this is a real hanzi. And the pinyin is 火. The meaning of this, it could mean pale, partner. So, how come? So just to imagine, this is the fire. Okay, this is the bonfire, right? And there's a lot of people, not a lot, maybe just some people, they sit around the bonfire. They're good friends. They're having fun. They're good friends. They're having fun. They're pal. They're partners. Yeah, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Move on to the very last color we are going to practice today, which is 棕, the brown color. So we can see it's a left-right structure. Okay. Let's try to write it. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. So this is 棕. On the left part, this is the wood radical. It could refers to a piece of wood, like a piece of wood. See? Piece of wood, like this. And also it could refers to trees, some cases, like trees. And on the right part, which is this is 棕, and this is the sound radical. It brings the sound 棕 to this character 棕, right? It bring the sound to the 棕. But actually, this is a quite interesting characters to talk about. So I want to talk a little bit more about this. So as you can see, this is also a top-bottom structure, right? So on the top is this character, is this radical. This is the home radical. Just imagine this is like a rooftop, right? This is a house, and this is the rooftop. Rooftop. In the bottom, okay, let's write it here. It's like this. This character, actually, its pinyin of it is 是. It could means the God sign. Yeah, it's the sign from the God, like the God told you what to do. the God sign under the rooftop. So this character, it could, so these characters could refers to a building for the family gathering, and it's a place for the family to do some family function and some religious activities. I would say it's like a claim. Like, I'll show you a picture. This is the clan of Chen. We call it 陈家祠. Normally, only the member of the Chen family can get into the building and they could have the family activity. But nowadays, the clan of Chen is so famous and now it has already turned into a museum. So you might be wondering what type of religious family activity. So normally there will be some Taoism or Buddhism activity. It's like the family get together and they will pray for the God in Taoism or Buddhism, and they're wishing for a healthy year, a rich year, and maybe wishing for the safety of everyone, something like this. So in conclusion, in this character zong, on the left part we have the wood radical, and on the right part we have the zong, and in this character the zong serve as a sound radical. But if we dive into this character zong, it have another story which is about the home and the God and the family get together history. Okay, so now let's try to write the zong one more time. Let's start from the left to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so now we have so many different colors. Now let's try to write the words. And the first one, let's try to write the white color, 白色. This is 白, and the next one, 色. Very good. And move on to the next one, the black color, 黑色. Very good. And move on to the next one, the yellow color, 黄色. Next one, 灰色, the gray color. Very good. And now let's write two words with the silk radical, and they are the red color, 红色, and the green color, 绿色. The silk radical, Very good. 红色. And the next one, 绿色. The silk radical again. Remember, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Let's continue the purple color, 紫色. Very good. And the next color, 金色, the gold color. Very good. The next color, 蓝色. Very good. And the last color, 棕色. Very good. If you finish all of this, congratulations, well done. Alright, so that's all for today's video. I hope you have fun with it. Enjoy studying. I'm Mandy. I'll see you in my next video.